Really cut it up one time. Ooh, 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 hey. Uh-huh. Alright, let's talk about news, baby. Let's talk about what we've seen. Let's talk about all the headlines and the bad lines from this week. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about news now. For you people at home and in the crowd, it keeps coming up anyhow. Don't be coy, you know you called up your mama to see the Dalai Lama. Now he talks about peace and compassion in the seminar shows. Words of peace, wearing cool robes. He tells it like it is and how it could be, how it was, and of course how it should be. Judge in Texas ruling about the kids taken from the compound that they were all living in. What will WAMU do after first quarter losses? Ain't firing the bosses. News, baby. Let's talk about what we've seen. Let's talk about all the headlines and the bad lines from this week. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about him a little later. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about... True or not, Barack's got to stop calling people bitter for the jobs that they don't got. Felt like a fool yet again, he's only human. Clinton, too, for saying snipers were booming. At this week's debate, the two should have been great. But without give and take and only hate, only looking good is John McCain. Girls and boys lure a girl to a room, beat the shit out of her just for YouTube. One's bailed out by a Dr. Phil dude. I guess there's no story that the doc wouldn't stoop to. The Pope is here on our land, and we should all be glad, 'cause he's a man who's been feeling bad about the pre-scandal that his church had. No war, just peace and a party on the lawn for the Pope that he thought was dope. Take it easy now, news baby. Let's talk about what we've seen. Let's talk about all the headlines and the bad lines from this week. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about news. Oh yeah, we're talking about news.